He injects into his trauma. The last 500 years and 5 seconds flash by in chemical romance, coursing his blood, his veins, his stomach pains and palms. Touches his bad blood like the priest that touched his childhood, that couldn't be purified by holy water, turned it red and reminded it that it too was stolen from the sacred rivers and land of the swampy Cree. This was my grandfather. This was me. It was my aunties Teresa, Juliette, Marie, my uncles Furman, Harry, and Lou. It was Tina Fontaine, Colden Bushy, Chenny Wenjack, Pocahontas. It was you. And all the stolen souls found across that fractured map of separation, labeled as borders, a figment of their imagination, a knockoff of our creation story. He is the red-skinned Indian they chant about, make souvenirs and hand them out. They want the majestic, spiritual native, the creative, the tomahawk warrior crying headdress chief, the cultural teacher, preacher of the land, not the one with the bottle or needle in his hand, receiving handouts. And still, every child matters on campaign day, but pipelines and apologies are the only actions to date. He was the child that survived, and this is how he's been repaid. Except sorries are not currency. In his culture, you can't repay or own him. You owe him more than an apology. And they identified him as number 154, had it tattooed under his sock, native name erased from memory, vocabulary, walks this street, this block, this 150-year-old country searching for that rock. Rock bottom is his resting spot. Shkode was his name, because they knew he'd have a fire in his throat, would need to spit up his truth, let it burn, little boy, pained and hurt by all the times they told him he'd burn in hell if he didn't clean off the dirt. The brown. And they told him, repent, but they put fire water down his throat, and he's been in hell ever since. This beautiful land, we claim our freedom and pride ourselves in diversity, at the expense of his freedom and because of his diversity. This country's existence relies on these children's lack thereof. Their backs, a history so bad an unswept rug is burdened with its truth. And stamped reconciliation. But how do we reconcile a relationship that wasn't there to begin with? God knows you're tired of hearing sorries. So with that I pray, take them home, Creator, take them home. Brown, smoky-eyed babies born in cedar baths and smoke medicine wrapped moose hide and buffalo fur. Take them home, Creator, to the place of 1,000 sunrise ceremonies. Sage and abalone shell dances towards the sun. Grandmother Moon gives teepee teachings on courage, love, and humility, where resiliency isn't a label they gotta learn or have to be. Take them home, where the trap line never ends, skyscrapers and cement never touch. Take them home to the intertribal song. Tiny moccasin, grass dancing, butterflies jump to the drum, connecting Ode to Ike, heart to earth. Make them marvelous leaders in their next lives, Creator, 'cause they're not just Canada's dark history or a shameful chapter. They're the seventh fire the prophets predicted, lifted from the ashes and smashing stained glasses and taking their braids that were chopped off back. They are healing pure love. They are here with us because they are us. Miigwech.